I just feel like some people don't really push the envelope for lyricism like I do. That's why I feel like I might give my flowers. I decide to not retire, maybe take some time off a little bit, maybe reevaluate, go back to square one, look at where I've been before I figure out where I'm going.
LC Laboratories, Exerta Records, 187 Venom, Black Span Fame Records, and Mouth 817. I said, yo, getting nothing is a bigger number. Cream Getter, Big Spinner, Joe or T-Swinger.
What else, Brendon James, aka Bank Play, you watching Tidewater Waves.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you pulling out, man.
No problem.
Yeah. So you just reminded me, what is our fourth time sitting down?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's new? Well, before we get into that, what's, for the people that don't know you, who are you, where you from?
I'm Brendon James from Virginia Beach. I rap, and I'm very good at it.
Okay. So you say you rap. It's a lot of different types. I know the last few times we didn't talk, it was like about the lyricism and
Heavy.
Yeah. So I guess what have you been working on now? Like what's, like I said earlier, what's new?
Possible retirements, if not graduation from my class. The lyricists I came up off of, mostly Styles P, Conway, Boldy James, Eminem, Ilmac, Lloyd Banks, Ransom, even Nas, Jay-Z, just some of the greats. But I'm retiring because I feel like, not saying I lost my hunger, but I feel like, well, not exactly retiring, but I'm done releasing projects, maybe just songs here and there until I link up back with Bite Size. With my old close friends, more than that though. Wait for her return because we were having a thing about 2 years ago. Which led to some turmoil and a little bit of beef through the ego, which I regret. But I hope she's doing well. We aren't speaking, but she did release some projects while I was locked up for a little bit. She's thriving on Zip Squad. I'm happy for her. And I was planning to take a deal with Tough Kong Records, but I turned down because I feel like I'm not ready for that yet. I feel like it's still a lot for me to prove. And I don't want to take a deal unless she gets one too. You know what I mean? Hope we get on the same project or same deal. Because we hadn't really done work together yet. We had some stuff work together when we were at the thing. But that never came out. But she did release her own project, BDP. Boundaries, I forget what it stands for. But we were originally going to be on that song together. I was about a guy she was with, she had a fallout with. I had a verse for it that never saw the light of day. Probably never will, but I'm still willing up again at some point during the year whenever she's ready. I haven't spoke to her in quite some time, but that's going to change hopefully eventually.
Okay. So this is somebody you trying to continuously put out music with, and then finish up, your music tenure.
Yeah, we didn't really finish anything together. We always had like an idea for something when we were together when I was recording Year of the Dragon a few years ago. She was always there for that. I was in her room for some of the earlier songs, especially my freestyle and Who's Got Next 7x7. She was in the background laughing. She was also tuning into that, which was pretty nice. But she was there for me during my 2021 run and a little bit of 2020. I was hoping she comes back because she did spark a fire in me. It's not gone, but I've been doing better without her. But I just feel like something's missing while she's gone, so I'm hoping that comes back at some point. But at least if you're listening to this and seeing this, I love you. Appreciate you. She hasn't dropped anything in a while, but y'all should go check her out. It's Bite Size on TikTok and SoundCloud. She has her own tracks. And shout out to Zip Squad Ant, her little thing. Proud of you. We do great things. And if you want to talk to me, my number is 757-287-7580. My number is public.
Boy, okay. So you just throwing it out there.
Yep.
Yeah, so also what you've been working on, like, with yourself outside of that, just in terms of the music. You put out any, songs, projects?
Immortal Greed. I got on a Lloyd Banks instrumental for Coursing Inevitable 3. I feel like I compare myself to Banks a lot due to my punchlines. That's why I choose winning the Bank play. If not Styles, it's one or the other. But I don't buy Bank play because of BSF. I feel like I'm always clutch when it comes to making plays on the fly and doing my own thing. And I always saw myself as kind of being isolated, doing my own thing, away from other artists, but still being the best in my own elements. So that's kind of why I decided about Bank play, because I just have bank when I rap. I don't know. I just have cash money lines.
Where so yeah, you say you study the greats. You know, is that something you continuously do? You talking about like retirement, stopping music? Or how's that? How's that go?
I just feel like there's still a lot for me to do, but at the same time, it's just like if Bite Size in there, I feel like the picture's not fully there, and I just feel like I haven't got my flowers where I should have back in the day because I took some time off due to some criminal charges, which are being cleared up as we speak. Um, it just feels like there's just a gap between some of the time I could have had. I feel like my time came kind of late, and I lost some of my turns. But it's all turning out how it's supposed to. You know, I'm in BSF, ALC Laboratories, and God Music. I'm still with them. I have not dropped them yet. Um, but there is a lack of chemistry on that. But they have been there for me in a way. Shout out to G-Lib. I'm proud of you for your Something to Water headline. Um, yeah, I do owe it to them a little bit. I'm not really regretting any of that. But I just feel like with Bite Size, we could have done a lot more than what we had. So I'm just kind of hoping that comes back at some point. Um, yeah, and working with other artists too, like Carolina Fox, one of my good friends, also very talented. But there are artists that do want to work with. I see HLV doing their thing, Hidden Lake Village. Had a little, not, I guess you could say it was, I guess it was pork. I don't really say it was beef with Lake Boy Shinobi. I kind of added that though. There was some love triangle going on. I kind of closed that out the way I should have with my, I guess, clutch diss track. I forgot what I named it, but I was just firing shots. A little bit friendly competitiveness. But there was some beef on that record. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure that's done by now. HLV, y'all do your thing. I'm Kid, Q, Booker. People thought he was actually seeing me at some point. Like there was a conversation about him and me and him being two of the best. I don't see him touching me at all. Me personally, which I don't know when or where people said that he was in my vein, but I don't really believe that at all. I'm not hating or anything like that. I just don't think me and him are in the same weight class, if you should say. But it's cool what they're doing. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. So I guess how do you define? Because you seem like you more of a, let's just say, battle rapper per se. So how do you define your weight class in terms of like people that you don't want to compete with, and just how you produce your music?
I like artists that can kind of like go and kind of go over older instrumentals and hold their own. I feel like I'm one of the few that can do that. I mean, I touched Can I Live and I touched Benny's Ten Commandments the other day. I think it was after I saw the concert, Thank God I Made It tour, shouts to Benny. I just feel like some people don't really push the envelope for lyricism like I do. That's why I feel like I might give my flowers. I decide to not retire, maybe take some time off a little bit, maybe reevaluate, go back to square one, look at where I've been, try to figure out where I'm going, see what Bite Size wants. But other than that, yeah, I feel like people should really be pushing their pen game a little bit better. I mean, penmanship, as you used to say.
So how do you work on your penmanship? What's that process?
A 16 a day can keep you really sharp. Just a 16 bar a day.
So you write or you just?
I type on my phone now. I kind of freestyle in my head, but I don't really use paper anymore. I kind of type my phone because it's easy for me to read when I record. I don't have to retype it because my handwriting's not really the best. But like I do stack my 16s. I try to count 16 with every verse. I try to kind of stack it up, make it like say 60. So 16 times 5, I believe is like, I think it's 80. 16 times 5, my math is right. Just doing that can keep it really sharp though at the time. I try to really limit that, if not push it, and try to see what instrumentals sound better for me. I kind of like digging the great scene where I've been, back to my roots and stuff like that. But I'm still kind of chasing the Year of the Dragonfire because I did have a buzz around that time before I dropped my freestyle. I just feel like I'm trying to get back to that, I guess, conversation of being one of the greats. That flexibility count me out sometimes. But I'm hoping to kind of get back in that heavy weight class again.
Yeah. So, I mean, if like you talking about stopping music, what is? I guess you had talked about the girl that you want to, the lady you want to like do music with before you end off. What are some other things you want to do before you?
I'm possibly doing film at some point. Not anytime soon, but I was promised a Marvel role. I can't really say what it is. I've been told
in the movie.
Yeah. I might be getting Venom. That's what I've been told, or it's been hinted at. I don't really sure. They haven't really told me anything, but
You said Venom?
I might be getting Venom.
Getting
Yes,
the character, like
I might be getting that role.
full
Yeah,
the movie,
yeah,
and it's already a character.
yeah. Tom Hardy's retiring though after the third Venom.
Where, okay. So you got agent and everything.
Not really, but it was kind of promised. I do have some kind of like contract somewhere. They're not really. I'm not getting the emails from Marvel, but I was guaranteed something along the roles only because it's just how long I've been consistent and just I have records that are not going to be broken. I have a bunch of records on video games, music. Just I made pretty far in life.
Yeah. How's that, I guess, translate to the Venom role? Like, what's the correlation?
I see myself as that being my character. I guess if that's gonna be my alter ego in music, Venom. The only Venom I know off the top of my head be Conway the Machine. Shouts to him. That's kind of like where my elements too. Just the heavy, sharp lyricism. He dropped the High Night Silver freestyle the other day. That shit was crazy. But yeah, that's kind of where I see my symbiote side from, because I guess it blends in with the music. Because music is kind of just, that's like my lifeline. That keeps me going all the time. Listening to it, writing it, it's just therapy for me.
So you talking music, you talking like the actual character. So if you ain't got no emails from Marvel,
right?
Kevin Feige and them,
I don't know for sure, but I'm getting a Marvel.
I guess what's the promises?
I just know I'm getting a Marvel role. I'm not sure what it is, but I might be the new Venom. That's all I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure, but
manifesting it.
Yes.
Word. Okay. Word. Yo, okay, so I guess when you finish music, that's your next lane, what you would like to get into. We could, also I guess just discuss like any other like roles you looked at like out here.
Not really. I'm not really aware of any out here, but I would like to do that. Maybe another freestyle pretty time soon. I would love to do another freestyle on Who's Got Next 757, maybe. Or some platform for me to get on just to show my skill again.
Gotcha. Okay. Word. So, I guess what was new, like music outside, like I said, of any collaborations, but anything you want to let the audience know about?
No, I really just want to get back with Bite Size, work with Carolina Fox, maybe Sinbad, possibly Battle. I mean, I see Sun Raps doing some stuff. I mean, I would not mind getting in a ring with him at some point. It depends what the budget is. I mean, I'll do it for like 80, but I mean, yeah, I'll do it for like 80 at best. You know what I mean? So if you want to book me, I think it was Southpaw Battle League, what I think he's with, something like that. If y'all want to book me, hit my line. My number is 757-287-7580. Son, if you see this, I'm with the smoke. Let me know. Yeah, I'm open to anything. I'll get in the ring with anybody.
Word up. So, I guess how do you like go about just finding these different leagues? Like, what's that process like, just to be able to rap and have that nice, healthy, competitive space?
With Son, I don't think it's that friendly because I got into with him like a few years ago. I wrote a diss track on the way from church. I did this thing 3 people that same day. I think I did Cash Nash at that time too. That was a different time. I mean, yeah, Cash Nash era was something crazy. That's why I feel like I'm home. I get my time soon. But as for Son, I stay in tune. I see what he's doing. I mean, it's a good lane for him. I'm just watching and staying in tune with my city. You know what I mean? Something the water just happened. I did not go to that, but it would have been cool being a part of. You know what I mean? Hope to someday maybe headline that. If I don't, you know what I mean? Battling is a lane I like to go to.
Word. So, I mean, what's any of the stages like? They got a lot. I mean, Summer's here. It's a lot of local stages and there's things going on. So
I still want the Nova. I do still want the Nova or Elevation 27. Okay. Like a nice little small venue.
Any type of.
Yeah, I'll travel. If needed.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what's your favorite part of performing?
Just the energy, the crowd, seeing yourself on stage afterwards, just knowing your rhymes. Just being on stage, I like attention sometimes. It's my Aquarius Leo side. Sometimes I'm social, sometimes I'm not. That's just me though. That's why I feel like seeing my basketball role is maybe being Kobe. Just because I always have an ace or just ace up the sleeve. I'm not as arrogant. I'm just very competitive. That's why I like see myself as Kobe. Yeah, that's the class that I'm in. That legend status, hope to retire as. But in the meantime, there's a cardinal I like to follow, maybe a hawk. Nobody wants to be Kobe, but nobody can be Jordan. But I will take that Jordan role and drop 50 any game.
So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because last time we talked was about the playoffs and finals time. So what's your prediction with the teams?
Both my predictions were right. 21 and 22. My predictions were both right. I bet Game 7 for the Bucks on Trap House Coda when I was at the hospital, and I bet the Warriors and Celtics. But I think the Warriors are winning because they have Clay and Curry is healthy.
You said they were right?
Yes.
No, the Warriors out.
They said the Warriors won Game 6. There will be another Lakers game. They said they won Game 7. That Lakers game was lost because of that Corky.
Nah, the Lakers won last night.
I know, so I'm happy for them.
So you said it was right, but they lost.
I didn't predict that. There was a Corky predicting those games. But the prediction was that Warriors.
So what was your guesses? Well, I guess what's your predictions right now?
I was actually wrong about that. I thought Curry was going to get the 5th ring. But I feel like if LeBron gets that 5th ring, he might need to retire. If not, because he hit the GOAT status already. And I don't say already, but he got the scoring point. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's still trying to play with his son. So.
Yeah, Bronny got a contract now.
Well, he's a USC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure who I got win this year. I'm kind of leaning towards Heat, but I see Lakers and Sixers this game. Hopefully Lakers and Celtics. But I really had Knicks in 7. I really, really had Knicks in 7. I might sound crazy for that, but I was hoping Derrick Rose got that. I was hoping we didn't get Lakers and Suns. I'm kind of glad that's over, but yeah, we got another Lakers and Nuggets game, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that LeBron KD matchup is something everybody been waiting for. Especially them ain't meet nothing like about 3-4 years or something. But yeah, I guess with LeBron where he is now, like you say, he should retire. That should base us off of that. He ain't GOAT status, but he's still playing at elite level.
Yeah. Fuck KD
and Ryan Davis. I see you got the Jordan John on. So
yes, sir.
You think he the GOAT?
Definitely one of them.
You said one of them?
Yes.
LeBron, MJ.
I'm gonna go MJ.
Okay.
Only because when it's personal, you know what happens. But yeah, son, I'm with that smoke. If anybody wants to go at it, go bar for bar, I'm with it.
Okay. So is this gonna be like your last freestyle tour?
Something like that. I have a lot of unreleased content I'm trying to get out first. I might just sit on it. I'm not sure. I'm just teasing retirement. I'm not really gonna retire yet. I love doing this. But in the meantime, Elisa, I love you. Whenever you're ready, just hit my line. Drop something for me. I would love to hear something. I support you all the way. Yeah, it's really whatever she wants, whatever she needs. I've been giving her space for a while. I came home on her birthday, literally on her birthday. It was pretty cool.
How long was you away?
8 months. I did life and a half. I was kind of in and out, but the longest I did was 8 months.
Wow. So that's an Elisa interview. So it's to her. It's very personal. Make sure she gets this. So
everybody listen to Currents.
Where can they find you?
SoundCloud. She is not on all platforms. The reason why I have not gone back to the all platform thing yet is because my little scandal with 1 million streams. Those are not mine. I did pay for those, and I do take ownership of that. I will not do it again, only because I'm just like, as long as I'm heard, I should be happy. And if she's not on there, I don't feel like I should be on there. That's not really fair to her, because she had copyright issues as well. So whenever she gets that cleared up, I should be back on there. Maybe we'll be on there together. We'll see. But she should get an interview at some point. She has her own podcast, Pick Brains Not Fights. Listen to her if you want. Bite Size on YouTube. Her TikTok, it's Bite Size with a 3 instead of a, yeah, it's a 3 instead of an E. But yeah, she's real talented. Probably one of the best females I know of besides Carolina Fox, G-Lids. Those two. Those are my two favorite female artists besides her, Carolina Fox and G-Lid.
Well, anything else you want to drop on the people?
I'm sorry?
Anything else you want to drop on the people?
Anything. I have a lot of stuff in the vault. I would love to do some maybe more type beats. I looked at 1 year a day, got her one. I got her with the 5-9 beats, Sinatra. I don't normally go on those because like I just don't feel like getting on them. I just feel like it's weird. Just some aura about them. I don't really know why. And I guess they're easy to write to. I used to do a type beat challenge a long time ago. I might go back to that. Probably won't, but yeah, I just have a lot of stuff in the vault. Recorded 2 songs the other nights. Written proof that I feel like everything I write is history. And every time I step on the track, I always make some kind of wave. It's always a new wave when I write. And when my voice talks, I feel like I'm God spoken. But yeah, you're gonna get more of that for more years to come. Whatever happens with Bite Size. I'm open to anything. Battling, again, $80, hit my line, any league. I can start writing right when I get off this interview. It really depends on whoever. Hidden Lake Village, keep doing your thing. Kid, you are not seeing me at all. If you're Devin Booker, I'm Derrick Rose. That is my class. 50 points, Minnesota. Give me my flowers.
All right. You let them know who you are. We're going to close it out.
Brendon James, a.k.a. Bankplay. It's Tidewater Waves.
And we out.
T-swinger with my rule, and I ain't RZA, some reaper, little critter. Keep it a Fendi, if shit sweet, hit licks on ops. If the deceit bigger, don't get caught inside of demons.